There are some questions that haunt the edges of our understanding, like a fog rolling in at dusk. They drift in from the horizon of what we know, obscuring the comfortable certainties we hold dear. We often believe we have a map of reality, a clear picture of the cosmos and our place within it. But what if that map has a fundamental error? What if the story of the universe, as we've been telling it, is missing a crucial chapter? We build our houses of knowledge on foundations we trust. But sometimes, a discrepancy appears, a crack in the foundation so subtle you could almost ignore it. A single, stubborn fact that refuses to fit. In the grand, silent house of modern cosmology, such a crack has appeared. It's a tension in the very fabric of our cosmic story, a whispered disagreement between the past and the present. It's a journey into the unknown, like driving down a road that disappears into a blinding fog. You can see the taillights of where we've been, but the path ahead is a complete whiteout. This is the story of the Hubble crisis, a profound disagreement at the heart of astronomy about the single most important number in the universe, its rate of expansion. It's a story about two different methods of measurement, two trusted paths that lead to two different destinations. To understand this crisis, we must first understand time. Not just the ticking of a watch, but cosmic time, deep time. The story of the universe is a story of expansion, a 13.8 billion-year-old journey that began with the Big Bang. Ever since, the universe has been stretching, and the speed of that stretch is what we call the Hubble constant. It's the master key to understanding our cosmic history and our ultimate fate. For decades, we thought we had this number pinned down. We looked deep into the past, at the faint ancient light from the dawn of time, the cosmic microwave background. This is the universe's baby picture. By studying its patterns, scientists could calculate how fast the universe be expanding today. It's a prediction, a message from the distant past, giving us a number around 67 kilometers per second per megaparsec. But there's another way to measure. Instead of looking at the past, we can look at the present. We can measure the distances to nearby stars and galaxies, stars called Cepheid variables that pulse like cosmic lighthouses. This method gives us a direct measurement of the universe's current expansion. And here is the crisis. This measurement gives us a different number, a faster one. Around 73. It's like holding two halves of a photograph that refuse to line up. The past and the present are telling us two different stories. This isn't a small error. It's a 5 sigma discrepancy, meaning there's less than a 1 in a million chance it's a fluke. It's a genuine cosmic mystery. Does it mean our understanding of physics is wrong? Is there a new, unknown ingredient in the cosmic recipe, like a mysterious dark energy that's changing over time? Scientists are scrambling, rechecking their data, proposing new theories. The foundations of cosmology are shaking. If you thought the universe was a settled case, think again. But what if this modern crisis echoes a much older conversation? A conversation about the nature of knowledge itself. Long before we had telescopes that could peer back to the dawn of time, ancient poets and sages looked up at the same night sky. They didn't have equations or spectrographs, but they had a profound sense of wonder. And they wrote about what they saw and what it told them. One of the most famous of these is the 19th Psalm. It begins with a powerful declaration: "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands." This isn't a scientific statement, but it is a statement about knowledge. It suggests that the universe itself is a form of communication, that it speaks. The psalm continues, "Day after day they pour forth speech, night after night they reveal knowledge." It describes a constant, unending broadcast of information from the cosmos. A story told without words, without a voice, yet understood across every language and culture. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. Their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. This is a fascinating parallel. The psalmist sees the universe as a source of revelation, a text to be read. Modern cosmology sees the universe in the same way. The light from distant stars and galaxies is a text. It carries information across billions of years. We build incredible instruments to decipher that text, to hear that voiceless speech. The cosmic microwave background is the universe pouring forth speech from its infancy. The light from a Cepheid variable star is the universe revealing knowledge night after night. And here is where it gets truly interesting. The psalm describes this cosmic message as a perfect, trustworthy law. But our modern reading of that message, the Hubble crisis, has revealed a contradiction. It's as if we found a typo in the manuscript of the universe. Or more likely, it means our ability to read it is still imperfect. The ancient poet saw a perfect declaration. The modern scientist sees a perplexing puzzle. Could it be that the glory the psalmist spoke of isn't just in the perfection and order, but also in the mystery? Perhaps the universe declares its majesty not by giving us easy answers, but by presenting us with puzzles that stretch our minds to the breaking point. The Hubble crisis isn't a failure of science. It's the very engine of science at work. It's the discovery of a frontier. It's the universe refusing to be simple, refusing to be fully captured by our current models. This tension between science and faith is often framed as a conflict. But perhaps a better metaphor is that of two different instruments for measuring the same reality. One is a telescope, the other a poem. One uses mathematics, the other metaphor. Science, like a clock, seeks to measure the what and how with ever-increasing precision. It wants to know the exact rate of expansion, the precise age of a star, the specific laws that govern motion. It is a powerful and necessary tool for understanding the mechanics of the cosmos. Faith, or the spiritual sense of wonder described in the psalm, is more like a compass. It doesn't measure the details of the landscape, but it seeks to orient us within it. It asks about the why. It points toward a sense of meaning, purpose, and awe. It's not concerned with the value of the Hubble constant, but with the fact that we live in a universe that has constants at all, a universe with an underlying order that we can discover. The Hubble crisis is where the clock and the compass both seem to spin. The clock of science gives two different times, and the compass of faith is challenged to find its bearing in a cosmos that is more complex and mysterious than we imagined. This is not a moment for dogmatism from either side. It is a moment for humility. The scientist must be humble enough to admit the limits of our current understanding. And the person of faith must be humble enough to see that the book of nature is far more intricate and surprising than any simple interpretation would allow. The psalmist didn't have the Hubble Space Telescope, but he understood this humility. After describing the cosmic law, he immediately turns inward, writing, "But who can discern their own errors? Forgive my hidden faults." It's a stunning pivot, from the vast cosmic scale to the intimate human heart. He recognizes that if the heavens are this complex, how much more so is the human soul? If our reading of the stars can be flawed, how much more so our reading of ourselves? So why does a discrepancy in cosmological measurements matter to you or to me? It matters because it is a powerful reminder of our place in the universe. We are not the all-knowing masters of reality. We are explorers, decoders, students. We are beings perched on a tiny planet, trying to read a cosmic message that is billions of years old and billions of light years across. The Hubble crisis is a gift. It's an invitation to shed our arrogance and embrace our wonder. Think about it in your own life. Where are your Hubble crises? Where do the facts on the ground not line up with the story you've been telling yourself? Where does your map of life not match the territory you're actually walking through? These moments of cognitive dissonance, of confusion, are not failures. They are invitations to growth. They are opportunities to develop a more nuanced, more humble, and ultimately more accurate view of reality. Does the universe care that we are confused? Probably not. But the act of wrestling with the confusion changes us. It forces us to ask better questions. It pushes us to invent new tools, both technological and philosophical. It reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is not about arriving at a final, static answer. It is about the journey itself, the process of looking, measuring, questioning, and being awestruck by the complexity of it all. The spiritual implication is profound. If the universe is this surprising, if God's creation can upend our most cherished scientific models, it suggests a reality that is alive, dynamic, and always deeper than our latest theory. It frees us from the need to have a tidy, boxed-in faith. It allows for doubt and questioning to be part of the spiritual journey, not a departure from it. The same way a scientific crisis leads to a scientific revolution, a crisis of faith or understanding can lead to a spiritual breakthrough. So, did the Bible predict the Hubble crisis? Of course not in any literal sense. The psalmist had no concept of megaparsecs or the cosmic microwave background. But in a deeper, more poetic sense, the ancient wisdom of Psalm 19 anticipated a fundamental truth that the Hubble crisis has laid bare, that the universe speaks, but we are imperfect listeners, that its message is one of both glorious order and profound mystery, that the proper human response to this reality is not arrogance, but awe. We stand at a remarkable moment in history. Our instruments are more powerful than ever, yet they have revealed the limits of our knowledge more starkly than ever. We have two conflicting measurements for the expansion of our universe. One looking back, one looking around. One from the dawn of time, one from our cosmic neighborhood. And they don't agree. This isn't a problem to be lamented. It is a frontier to be explored. It is a cosmic koan, a riddle posed by reality itself. The path forward requires the best of us, the meticulous precision of the scientist and the humble wonder of the psalmist. It requires us to hold our theories lightly, to listen carefully to the data, and to never lose that childlike sense of awe at the sheer scale and mystery of it all. The heavens are still declaring. The night sky is still revealing knowledge. The question is, are we listening with enough humility to hear what it's really saying? The story isn't over. The map is not yet complete. The fog has not yet lifted. And that is a beautiful thing. Stay curious.